In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. We've heard this phrase so many times it has become a mantra in the 41st millennium. The Imperium of Man is a flickering candle in absolute shadows, Emperor as shield, Inquisition as sword, chaos as predator clawing at reality's gates to extinguish humanity. But what if we've been reading the map upside down? What if war implies opposition that doesn't exist? What if chaos isn't the enemy at the gates, but the byproduct of the house itself? The terrifying truth the High Lords of Terror and Golden Throne won't let you realize: the Imperium doesn't fear chaos, it feeds it. It nurtures the nightmare it claims to fight. Chaos isn't external, it's a reflection. And if the reflection is monstrous, it's because the face in the mirror is more horrific than we admit. Today, we deconstruct humanity's greatest lie. The war isn't survival, it's a metabolic process, a dark symbiotic loop where survivor and predator become one. Chaos doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's no alien virus from distant galaxies infecting a healthy body. It's a psychic shadow, a mirror of every soul's emotional state in the materium. The warp is energy reacting to our ripples. If it's a storm of fire and madness, it's because we've thrown lightning into the water for 10,000 years. The Imperium presents as a bulwark against the warp, the only stand between humanity and annihilation. But it maintains conditions letting the warp thrive: fear, repression, fanaticism, endless grinding war. Not accidents of failure, these are the Imperium's operating environment, exactly what chaos needs. Consider Black Crusades. Millennia ago, Abaddon the Despoiler leads legions from the Eye of Terror to bleed the Imperium. Existential threats? They validate its existence. Each strike provides a terrifying common enemy, justifying horrific taxes, brutal conscriptions, suspension of rights. It's a stress test keeping the military-industrial complex mobilized, a blood, ritual-reinforcing state grip. Then the Inquisition, humanity's immune system hunting heretics and mutants, but their methods feast the ruinous powers. A planet-wide purge, or exterminatus, isn't just killing, it's a psychic shockwave of billions dying in terror and betrayal. Not cleaning the mirror, smashing it and calling shards purity, not rivalry symbiosis. Imperium provides fuel, bodies, misery, rigid order. Chaos provides friction, keeping the engine hot. The Archenemy excuses the Imperium becoming a monster. The more monstrous it gets, the more the warp is fed. The warp isn't nourished by evil as mortals see morality. Dark gods don't care villain or hero, they crave soul intensity, emotional peaks. The Imperium institutionalizes this on galactic scale. Hive worlds like Necromunda or Armageddon aren't hubs. They're emotional reactors. Billions packed in vertical tombs of steel, smog, soot, lives without unfiltered sun, 18-hour factory shifts amid deafening noise and overseers lash. Fear isn't emotion. It's atmosphere, dark, starvation, neighbors' betrayal for a doubt. Trillions' low-thrumming anxiety is constant high-octane energy for the warp. No secret cults needed, the city structure is a psychic battery of despair. Ecclesiarchy's blind faith demands fanatic devotion to God Emperor. Doubt leads to damnation. But in warp, obsession is energy. Zealots' purity looks like fuel to Slanesh, same as sinners' hedonism. Imperium turns souls into devotion pressure cookers, pressure leaking to immaterium, feeding gods they despise. Most harrowing, Astronomican. Warp navigation beacon isn't miracle, it's slaughterhouse. Daily, 1,000 psychers sacrificed to Golden Throne, Emperor a psychic lighthouse devouring his people's souls. Ultimate irony, light guiding through dark is dinner bell for warp predators. Burning our children, lights a fire drawing demons closer. Imperium doesn't survive warp, it uses it as resource, paid in blood and suffering. Most terrifying Imperial thought, not chaos winning, but defeated. If warp silenced, dark gods vanished, Imperium faces fatal contradiction collapses in days. Built 10,000 years for one thing, fight. War, machine forgetting civilization. Every gear grinds against enemy, remove heretic, traitor, warp threat. Theological or political framework loses foundation. Eternal war society can't survive peace. No holy sai saltar. Inquisition no mandatus, space marines no purpose. Ecclesiarchy no devil whip for masses. Chaos justifies cruelty. Child servitor fate. Planet taxed to starvation for crusade. Necessary against archenemy. Without archenemy, cruelty's just tyranny. Protector, mask falls. Revealing bloated decay, treating citizens as fuel. People won't stand revolution from common folk, realizing suffering purposeless. Eliminate chaos and hive squalor, throne sacrifices, fanaticism's weight on minds. But that's the Imperium. Kill shadow, turn off light. Too terrified of dark to release flame burning its hands. Imperium doesn't fear chaos, it depends. To become one breathing entity, Ouroboros, snake-eating tail. Chaos proves system working. Scream affirming alive, friction turning bureaucracy gears. Forge world fires burning. Grimdark 41st Millennium. Greatest threat isn't stars' darkness. But lie humanity survives without nightmare it pretends to fight. Not warp victims, we're architects. Built galaxy-wide misery engine called survival. Turned mirror monster to afraid to look away. In Warhammer 40,000, no victory, only cycle. Only feed. Imperium stands. Dark gods never hungry.